ready. Okay, so we're here in Santa Rosa, California at the Charles M. Schulz Museum. With us is Craig Schulz, Charles M. Schulz's son, and also executive producer and one of the writers for Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown, new special. First one in 5 years, right, Craig?
Yeah, it's been 5 years since the last one, which was He's a Bully, Charlie Brown, which I kind of helped a little bit with Lee on that one. But this one's taken a little longer because it took 2 years for us to kind of decide to do something, then another 3 years to make it. So it's probably the longest time ever taken on any Peanuts special. Charlie Brown Christmas, for example, I think they knocked out in a matter of weeks. It happened so quickly. So this is quite the opposite.
It's the same characters, but new production crew. Tell me about the people involved behind the scenes.
Well, behind the scenes, it ended up being probably over 300 people. We had, like I said, we had all new people, which was, Stefan Passes and myself wrote it. And then after spending a year and a half on that, we had to find a company to do the animation. So after going through a lot of companies, we came up with Wild Brain out of LA. And then Wild Brain had to find a company to actually draw the animation. So we went to South Korea, found a company in South Korea. We brought in a director, Andy Bell, who left Pixar to come work for us and is now a full-time employee of our studio. And his associate, Frank Molinari, was down there in LA. So a whole team. And then on top of that, we had music brought in. So we got Mark Mothersbaugh, who was from Devo and a lot of films. He came on board to the music, a fantastic soundtrack. You're going to love it. And then all new kids. So we had to find 5 or 6 all new voices to match up with what we use as Charlie Brown Christmas and Pumpkin Show as kind of the standard for the voices. Long process.
Did you have any input in selecting the voices?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I spent a whole weekend listening to 50 voices, backing them up against Charlie Brown Christmas, back and forth. And by the time I picked my choices and I called Andy Bell up, I said, here are mine, what are yours? We ran down the list and we agreed on everybody except for Pigpen. So the voices, when you hear them, you know instantly what they are. When the kids would rehearse, they'd say, my name is Grace Rolick, for example. I'm playing the role of Lucy. I didn't need to hear anything beyond that, because just talking is what you want to hear. So as soon as I heard, my name is Grace Rolick, I go, that's Lucy. We need that girl. And that's how it worked out.
What was Pigpen's hard?
Well, Pigpen was just so close. I loved one Pigpen, Andy loved another Pigpen. They're both close. Pigpen plays a big role in this movie. Pigpen's near and dear to my heart. There wasn't much difference, so we could have gone either way. And I just let Andy have his way because I'm a nice guy.
That's for the movie itself. It is based on some of your dad's original material, right?
It's all based on his material. So anybody that complains about the writing itself, they're complaining to my dad because not only is the essence from Peanuts, all the writing in the comic strips are from Peanuts. What Stefan and I did was really kind of decide what decade we're going to do, how we're going to present it, what camera angles, the story depth. And we did a lot of stuff that has never been done in a Peanuts special before. So when you see it, you'll see that there's multiple layers within the story. There's a manipulation of time in the story. There's flashback sequences in the story. That had never been done before. So I think the true Peanuts fans are really going to appreciate that. And there's also references to the original characters from the 60s. We have Patty in there. We have Violet in there. There's Frida. There's the cat Farron, which very few people remember. There's 3, 4, and 5 from the Christmas special. And so it's kind of cool.
And it is in stores right now, DVD and Blu-ray. Something that you're doing new this time that you haven't done with other ones, at least not that I'm aware of. Boom Studios is involved with a graphic novel, correct? So talk about that.
Yeah, the graphic novel, that's exciting for us because, as the kind of the population changes and the kids grow up and they're all into new things, it seems like everybody's kind of switching over to graphic novels and kind of new media on iPads and stuff like that. So we needed to get in the graphic novel business, and one of our employees kind of does his own graphic novels, so we went that direction, and Paige Braddock and Lex Ferrato helped put that thing together with Boom, and it just came out a couple of days ago, I believe, and it's great. It has a great look, a great appeal to those fans, like a Comic-Con, a WonderCon. I think they're going to really buy it in droves.
And is it following the movie panel for panel, or
no, not panel for panel. Thematically it does, but again, the movie's 44 minutes long, so the book would have been a lot longer, so they had to narrow it down, and there's some things in a book you simply can't do that we could do in animation. So they had to run into some problems on how to convey that into graphic novel format, and that's kind of what they did. So some scenes are missing or been manipulated.
Is it out now, the graphic novel?
Graphic novel is sitting right on that table right over there. It's out now. Yeah, you can get one today.
Yeah, and like I said, DVD, Blu-ray, out in stores now. Here's what it looks like. Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown. Craig Schulz, one of the executive producers and writers, thanks a lot for your time.
Glad to do it. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.